Hello, beautiwaaink family. I'm so happy to finally be able to do this. It's been a long time coming. So I have an actual beat tutorial today and I hope you feel a bit more confident about doing this look for yourself. Let's get things started. First things first, I always start with a clean face. I use some toner and moisturize with something light. I'll have a video on that showing you exactly what I do at some point. You also want to prime your lips with some lip balm. I'm someone who likes to do my eyes first, so I start with my eyebrows. It's important to follow the trace of your natural line. As you can see, I line the outside of my eyebrows, and then I'm going to gently fill it with hair-like strokes in the middle of the brow. I prefer to use a pencil in dark brown. You always want to be light-handed at the beginning of the brow so it doesn't look too harsh. You're going to see that soon. These are the hair-like strokes that I'm doing in the middle. That just helps keep it natural looking. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. Gonna line the outside. You want to go light at the beginning of the brow so it looks natural. Gonna line the top part of my eyebrow, and then I fill in with hair-like strokes. When I say hair-like strokes, I mean short strokes, lightly penciled in. Sorry, I was multitasking. That's why I keep looking away from the camera. So I then go back with an eyebrow brush and I brush the brow so that it can blend together. You want it to blend together with what you drew in and your actual natural hairs. So I like to comb up and then I push it to the side. Now I like to use concealer under my eyebrows with a concealer that's about 2 shades lighter than my natural color, just because I like that freshly done eyebrow look. To each his own, but that's what I prefer. So as you can see, I'm lining underneath the eyebrow line with concealer, and I bring the product down. I find it's easier to apply the product at the arch, and you want to start a little bit below where you finally want it, just in case you have more product than you need on the brush. Go ahead, so I started a little bit below and then I brought it up just when I knew that I had the right amount of product. And then I'm following the arch of my eyebrow, so I started right at the arch and then I brought it to the beginning of the eyebrow. Then I just like to use my fingers to kind of blend the product in and bring it down. You're gonna see that I messed up a little bit, so I'm going back and lining it in again just so I could fix it. One big thing is when you see me using my fingers, you never want to use your pointing finger, your index finger. You always want to use either your ring or your middle finger when you're putting anything on your face so that you don't apply so much pressure. So that's one key thing that you want to note. As you can see, I use either my ring finger or my middle finger. And then, like I said, I like that freshly eyebrow look, so I just go back and I conceal the top of my brow a little bit, just because I always want it to look like I just did my eyebrows. So if you're somebody who's going for a more natural eyebrow look, you can skip this step. If you like a more natural looking eyebrow, you don't have to line the top of your eyebrows. And then always want to make sure you blend it in. Makeup is all about blending. That's what makes the big difference between a beat face and a messed up face. So we're gonna go ahead and prime our eyes with Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, Eden. Go ahead and put that on my eyelid space lightly, and then I use my fingers and tap it in. You don't want to swipe it in, you want to tap it in with your fingers. Again, either your ring finger or your middle finger. So I like to start out with a burgundy color near the brow bone above the crease to help shape out my eye. The biggest thing with eyeshadow, again, is blending. So you're gonna see that I cut out some of the blend-in just so the video wasn't too long, but FYI, you want to blend so that the colors flow together. So I always start off with a little bit of product and then I add more as I go. And I keep adding more until I like what I see. And this is where I fast forward because I was blending a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a darker brown in the crease. I love to do a darker color in the crease because I feel like it helps make my eyes look bigger. And then I like the drama that it adds when you add the lashes. So again, you start off with a light. You start off with not too much product on your brush, just because you don't know how it's gonna turn out, and then you add more product as you go if you find that it's not as much color as you want. You always want to make sure that you're blending. You don't want to know where the first color started and where it ends. You can see I'm making sure that I have it go right into the crease. So everybody has a crease, so you want to find where your crease is and you want to have that darker color go right into the crease. And I like to just bring it up a little bit more to help achieve that blend in. Now because we're doing a neutral look, I decided to go with a shimmery gold on the eyelid. And you want to notice that with the gold color that I'm using, I am trying not to go too high above the inner corner of the crease. So I'm using my natural eye, the structure of my eye, as a guide. Again, this is when you're trying to go natural. You don't want to do too much. You really want to use your natural eye as a guide. I did go a bit above my crease a little bit, but you're going to see that blend-in is very handy and it helps bring everything together seamlessly. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. I'm bringing it right to where it can meet the dark brown eyeshadow. And this is the part where I'm blending the gold with the burgundy. And you're gonna see here that I'm adding a transitional color. So this color brings the gold and the dark brown together, kind of meshes them together, and it's gonna be more of a bronze look. Keeping in line with our neutral theme here. And the reason why I chose the bronze is I feel like it's a complementary color to the gold, to the brown, and the burgundy. So it's not something way off the color wheel. It doesn't bring too much drama, but kind of meshes well together with all three colors that I had on my eye. Blending, blending, blending. You want to make sure it belongs there and that wasn't the last thing that you added. And I'm going back with the dark brown just because when I added the bronze, it kind of took away from the brown. You couldn't really see it. So I'm going back and adding more dark brown so you can see that there is a darker color in the crease and at the tip of my eyelid. I'm sorry about the eyeliner. When I was doing it, I realized I was out of view because I was too focused on looking at the mirror in front of me. So that was not recorded well. And I like to put on mascara before I put on my lashes. So I'm gonna put on my lashes quickly. And voila, there's my lashes. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face with the Smashbox Photo Finish. Like I said, I moisturize and prep my face before the video. went ahead and put it all over my face. Made sure I patted that down in. And now I've fallen in love with the Juvia's Place I Am Magic foundation just because it has a matte finish. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that product. I take it and I put on a flat brush, and pretty much it looks like I'm painting my face with it. A little goes a long way with this foundation. So I kind of like to paint my face, and then I'm gonna go back and use a flathead top brush and pat the foundation into my face. So what I'm doing right now is I'm patting it in and not just doing a swiping motion. Don't forget your neck. That's an important part. So you would have seen that I brought the product down all the way down to my neck. I'm gonna go ahead and use concealer. So I use concealer on my T-zones, above and under my lips. So underneath my eyes. You want to, depending on how bright you want your concealer to look, you can do about 2 to 3 shades lighter. If you don't want a bright look, you can just do 1 shade lighter. I like the bright look. I want it to look like I'm wearing makeup, but not too much makeup. Go ahead and do a line down my nose, above my lips, my forehead. I don't like too much of a forehead, so I'm gonna just underneath my lips. Today I opted to do a bit more constructing, so I added some to what would be typically under my contour line. And then took my beauty blender and I spray it with some rose water. And I go ahead and it smells really good actually. So I'm gonna go ahead and pat that concealer onto my face, but before I do that, I like to allow my concealer to set in, so I have my mini fan that I'm gonna use for a few seconds. So I'm gonna set that concealer down into my face, pat it down. gonna go ahead and use my contour stick from Juvia's Place and mark my contour lines. So you do the nose, cheek, and then the forehead. I'm gonna go back and do that because I realized I forgot to do it the first time. And you pretty much want to blend up and out. So you want to push the product onto your skin. You never want to brush down because that messes up your contour line. So you want to go up and out. This is where coronavirus got me because I was having trouble doing my left side. I haven't done makeup in so long, so I had to switch hands and I was like, no, this is not working right. So, but we were able to get it. Might have gone up high a little too much, but the beauty of blending, you're able to fix your mistakes. This is where I put some on my forehead. And with this, you want to bring the product to the middle of your face. Depending on how big you want the highlight on your forehead to be. I don't like too much of a highlight on my forehead. So I'm going in with my Laura Mercier loose setting powder in medium deep and setting all the places where I put the concealer. So I'm not someone who bakes. I like to just put the product on and tap it into the concealer to set it. Want to blend, blend, blend. Blending is your friend. I'm gonna go ahead and use a powder contour again to set the contour that I used. This contour palette is beat up because I do justice to it. I really love it. It's actually a no-name contour palette that I got off of Amazon a while ago. So this just shows that you don't always have to use name brands. It's all in your technique. So you don't have to go out and spend so much money on makeup. Drugstore makeup works too. I'm gonna go ahead and contour my nose. I don't like over contouring my nose, so this is just a light contour. You always, when you're contouring your nose, you want to make sure you bring it up to the brow line. And I actually like to go in a little bit on my lid space to help blend everything together. Now the powder that I use, I make sure it's like a medium dark and not too dark, just because I don't want too much of a contour. And I'm going back and blending out that line underneath the contour line with my beauty blender. Now, I don't always do this. I just did this for the purpose of the video. On a normal day, I wouldn't do that. And so this is my foundation brush. I'm going in, it has a little bit of product on it. And I'm going in and just blending everything together. Just so you don't see a harsh line. I like to use the Zulu by Juvia's Place. There's a burnt orange palette, like a brown palette. I mean, a brown color that I like to use as kind of like a bronzer. And it kind of warms my face back up. I'm gonna go ahead and use the bronze on the lash line, the inner corner of my eye and the lash line to kind of give me more of a woken up face, wake up my eyes. And then I'm gonna smoke out the outer corner of my eye. I use the brown eyeshadow, and then I'm gonna use eyeliner as well, and then smoke it out. I couldn't find my gel eyeliner, so I had to use my liquid one and just smoke it out with a brush. I feel like it makes my eyes look bigger than they already are. Just gonna put some some mascara on the lower lash line. I almost poked my eye out. Sorry. Here's some blush. This is the Saharan blush palette from Juvia's Place. Just patting that in where the highlight meets the contour and the bronzer. That's where you want to put it. I'm gonna go ahead and set my face with Makeup Forever. Sprayed it. Saw that I covered my face because you don't want that on your eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna use my mini fan to dry it up. So right now I'm just highlighting. There's a shimmery gold in the blush palette that I'm just going to use. And it's a bit much. I'm not someone who likes too much of a highlight, so I had to go back in and fix that. So I pretty much used a new brush that had no product on it. I went back and I was fixing it. So I lined my lips with a dark brown pencil. Then I filled in on the sides just for a cohesive look. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Juvia's Place Royalty Lip Gloss. It's kind of like a peachish orange gloss. I feel like it helps complement any nude lip look, especially for my color. And I'm going back and I'm adding more lip liner. And voila, Corona ain't got nothing on me. See you next time.